Match number 19 of LPL 2020. It is such a big game for the GALLE Gladiators and the KANDY Tuskers. Both teams would want to make that semi-final spot. So let's build our fantasy team on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo. I'm Ronu Kapoor. Joining me shortly, Russel Arnold. Right, let's go to our pro tip for this one. And it's been a more down than up season for the Gladiators and the Tuskers, but not all is lost. Our pro tip suggests that this game will well decide the final qualification spot. Expect, therefore, a close game. And maybe we could split it 5-5 from each side and back experienced and big game players. Does that sound safe for this kind of contest, Russell?
Yes, big game players are the ones who would stand up. You got to have that courage, that extra little bit of experience probably to come out when you really need to. So that's where I would go, because it's a very, very important game. It'll dictate where these teams head and their futures.
Yep, absolutely. Now, there's no bigger player than Shahid Afridi for the Gladiators, but once again, our player availability says he could be missing out. So that's unfortunate for the GALLE Gladiators. Other than that, no injuries that we know of, but make sure you look at final 11s for this crunch encounter. Let's go to our team. Before that, a quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app, and we'll throw in 4 substitute options for you towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Let's go to our captain choice, Danushka Gunathilaka. No surprises. Whenever the Gladiators play, we've got Gunathilaka in it. In fact, highest run scorer of the tournament. So in spite of his team's fortunes, we have seen Gunathilaka stand out as an individual player that can get you lots of points in fantasy. He's averaging nearly 65 in 6 innings, and his lowest score is a 13 not out. So that's not bad for a batsman. Vice captain, Asela Gunaratne. His value seems to be going higher and higher as the tournament gets deeper. He's now got 7 wickets in 6 innings, 104 runs at a strike rate of 140. This is in Gunaratne's first 6 games this season, and he's managing a very tidy economy rate as well. So Danushka Gunathilaka as captain, Asela Gunaratne as vice captain. They give you double and 1.5 times the points respectively, so pick them very carefully. Kusal Mendis, never too far. Whenever he features, is Kusal Mendis in our top picks. Among the top run getters, good strike rate as well at nearly 140. We know he's a class player, so we're not going to keep him out in a big game. Azam Khan is there. He seems to be getting better and better as the tournament goes deeper. Hard-hitting player, ends up getting you points for boundaries, striking at nearly 190. So we'd go for Azam Khan. And Mohammad Amir, fresh still off the back of a 5-wicket haul. The only bowler to have done that this season. So let's not keep Mohammad Amir, who has been the Gladiators' standout bowler this season. Our top picks: Danushka Gunathilaka, Asela Gunaratne, Kusal Mendis, Azam Khan, and Mohammad Amir. Are you happy with that choice of top picks, Russell?
I'm happy. And I'd like to highlight a point that you've been talking about. When the going gets tough, when you really need to, the big players stand up. Mohammad Amir did that, and on the back of that is when the GALLE Gladiators are still breathing. Looking at the top picks, the vice captain, Asela Gunaratne, yes, he's a top pick, but I might be tempted to think of even Kusal Pereira, Kusal Mendis or Azam Khan to be up there because they'll get more opportunity at the top of the order, and that's a chance of maximizing points, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very good point. So Kusal Pereira, might want to keep him in your calculations. If he goes big at the top, he could get you lots of points, still fit in Gunaratne. That's a pretty good tip from Russell that you've got there. Let's go to our differential picks. Ehsan Ali features the third choice opener for the Gladiators after Chadwick Walton and Hazratullah Zazai failed to make that place their own, but he settled into that position over 100 runs, striking at about 130. You take that from Ehsan Ali. Lakshan Sandakan's there, and we know Russell likes Lakshan Sandakan, the left-arm wrist spin bowler, and he's managed 6 wickets in 4 games, an average of just over 20. You take that and look at his career tally as well of 56 wickets in 50 games, tells you a genuine wicket-taking option. So Ehsan Ali and Lakshan Sandakan in our differential picks. In our full 11, we've got Azam Khan, Rehmanullah Gurbaz, Kusal Pereira, Brendan Taylor, and Kusal Mendis. We've got Ehsan Ali and Asela Gunaratne. Our recommended vice captain is Gunaratne, but Russell's given you a great tip there. Try and go for a Kusal Pereira or a Kusal Mendis, top batsman, if you want to maximize points. Danushka Gunathilaka as captain choice. We know that Mohammad Amir is there, Lakshan Sandakan, and Naveenul Haq. Dale Steyn, Irfan Pathan, Bhanuka Rajapaksa, and Chadwick Walton among our substitutes. Our alternate scenario says Steyn or Irfan could replace Naveenul Haq depending on the playing 11. Any more suggestions that you'd like to throw in, Russell?
Yeah, I like the alternative scenario. I will stick with that. Just the one suggestion, since Bhanuka Rajapaksa has found his form, and Remanula Gurbas, since the beginning of the tournament, he really hasn't taken the game back up there. So I would look to swap the two of them, because Rajapaksa is a very good player and we still haven't seen much of it. You touched on Lakshan Sandakan and why I like him. I like positive decisions in the sense of their wicket takers. Mohammad Amir, wicket taker. So we look at that. That's what makes a difference, and that's the impact that you'll have in a game. So that's the way I like to go around it.
All right, brilliant. Let's go positive for this one, guys. Try and get some points as well. Big thank you to Russel Arnold. More from him as we approach the semi-finals of LPL 2020, for which, as always, we'll have you covered for the very best fantasy insights, expert opinion and analysis on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.